Everyone, good morning. Today is such a beautiful day in Rome. Look at this blue sky. In the last few days, I've been taking you to some of the churches that are a little bit off the beaten path. But this morning I woke up and I decided to take you to not any church, but to the church. Any idea? We are now in the square of St. Peter in the Vatican. And you have to imagine that everything you see here, apart from the obelisk, was built to honor the burial location of St. Peter. And this means that if St. Peter wouldn't have come to Rome, we probably wouldn't have all of this, and most of all, we wouldn't even have a pope. St. Peter came to Rome in the same years in which Rome suffered the Great Fire of Nero in the year 64. According to some of the historians at the time, probably Nero was not even the responsible one for the Great Fire, but everybody believed he was the one that put the fire on. So, to move the blame to somebody else and distract the Romans, Nero decided to blame the Christians. And among the Christians that were punished and condemned to death for the fire, there was also St. Peter, and the public execution took place right here. This obelisk was actually in this area since then. And probably this was one of the last things that St. Peter put his eyes on just before dying. To give you an idea of how this place looked like at the time, of course, none of this was here. And here there was a stadium, the Circus of Nero. And this circus was used for horse races, and in the middle of the circus there was this Egyptian obelisk. The Circus of Nero was also used for public executions, and this is where all those Christians were killed, including St. Peter. Right next to it there was a cemetery, and this is the exact location where the body of St. Peter was buried, and where the church was built on top of it. But before I approach the basilica itself, I wanted to show you this fantastic colonnade. This colonnade was designed in the 1600s by one of my beloved and favorite artists, which is Gian Lorenzo Bernini. The colonnade is designed into two hemicycles. Bernini wanted to give an idea of two arms hugging everybody entering the square, the arms of the church. Apparently, to build this colonnade, Bernini used the same quantity of travertine that was used to build the Colosseum, which is 44,000 cubic meters of travertine. As you can see, the colonnade is made of 4 rows of 4 columns. 1, 2, 3, and 4. But if you change point of view, things may look a little bit different. So this is the colonnade. This is one of the 2 fountains, and in front of it there is 1 circle on the floor, and this is where we're going now. So that is the fountain. There's a lot of circles on the floor, so don't pick up the wrong one. The one you want to go to is this one, white with this dark circle in the center, and it says Centro del Colonnato, center of the colonnade. So we put our feet into the circle and we look up and look at the columns. How many rows of columns did I say there were? 4? Because I can only see 1 now. We have a really short queue because there's no tourists at all in Rome right now. I'm finally almost here and I'm about to enter, but first I want to show you the view that the Pope has every time he comes out on the square. Ready to go in? It's breathtaking every time I come here. It's unbelievable. Right, so the first reaction you have spontaneously when you enter is like, oh my god, and jump all over the places. You just don't know where to look at because there is so much, so we need to focus on details to appreciate what's inside. One of the things that I usually stop to is the sacred water holders, these little angels. Look how cute is this. It is entirely made of marble, but it almost gives you an idea of softness. The softness of the fabrics and the wings, the face, their bodies. and look at this. It is unbelievable that I'm right here in front of one of the most famous pieces of this church, and there is no one, just me. And it's weird because I'm right in front of this. This is the Pietà of Michelangelo. And imagine Michelangelo made this sculpture when he was only 23 years old. And look at the emotions that this sculpture is communicating, the pain. Now I'm right below the dome of St. Peter. And below the dome of St. Peter there is this canopy. The canopy is made in bronze. It was built by Bernini. To build this canopy, Bernini used the bronze that was located in the roof of the portico of the Pantheon. He fused it and he made this new piece. And this was something Romans didn't really like. That was something really criticized by Romans at the time. Underneath the dome and the canopy, there is a crypt. And in this crypt, we have the tomb of St. Peter. Now I'm back outside. There is of course so much more that you can explore here. For example, you can go up until the dome and enjoy a spectacular view over the city of Rome, or you can also go underground and explore the grottos. The grotto is the place where the tombs of the popes are. Or you can also explore, of course, the Vatican museums, and that's another story. It takes days and days of exploration to see everything. So there's really so much that this place can offer.